John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was stone. Unless your heart is like diamond glass stone, there's no way you cannot understand this. And the fact that you don't understand this either means you know it's saying that, but you're beholden to religion to not admit you believe that or understand it, or you really do not understand it, in which case that's a very bad spiritual position for you. That's what I have to say. I don't want to be mean. Steph, you have thoughts?
Oh, the next question is why is this like Jesus committing suicide thing so popular right now? His next question is why did Jesus crucify himself for these sins? I think is what he meant to write.
He offered himself as a sacrifice. This is something that, your prophet, the one I guess you say you believe in, which if you don't believe the Bible, then you have no business believing any other prophet anyway, including false ones. But your own prophet would say something like, who can thwart the will of God? No one can thwart the will of God. So take a step back, approach your own religion, that God is sovereign, whatever view of God
you have,
or whatever God you think God is. Yes. But if I'm wrong, fine. But, I was assuming that. So if you're not Muslim, regardless.
You know what's interesting, though, Nate?
They would say, who can thwart the will of God? No one. So Jesus, if he's only a human, then you're really onto something. But if you're Muslim, you don't believe he crucified himself anyway. But if you believe he's God, like the Christians claim, you also can't use that as the polemic against Christians, because from your own standard, Muslim standard, you cannot thwart the will of God. If this is the will of God, you cannot stop it, and you may get zapped by lightning for questioning God. God is sovereign. God cannot die ultimately because you cannot kill a God. This is words from your own, book.
Yeah, but I could understand where someone could take that and run with it, because the Bible says, or Jesus says in the Bible, full disclosure to whoever Nate's talking, I don't believe it either, I'm an atheist, but I'm just saying, the words say, no one takes my life, I lay it, I have the power to lay it down, and I have the power to take it up again. So I could understand where someone could look at that, and if I find my hat of charitability plus 2,000, I could understand where someone would say, oh, if he lays it down freely, isn't that the same as committing? I could see where someone could stretch it to that length, but I think you're on thin ice.
Well, that's equivalent to suicide by cop. It is basically suicide.
I agree with you.
Force. It's similar, not the same, because I think that is a more clear case. Technically, no. Technically, the cop shot you, but the spirit of it is you forced their hand, knowing what would happen. So it's like you were too chicken to pull the trigger yourself. However, that's slightly different than Jesus predicting what's going to happen. People who rightly understanding he is claiming to be God many times, that's the whole reason they wanted to crucify him for it. So Jesus predicts the future. He always knew this was going to happen. This was always his plan, and is to redeem humanity. No one's going to say, well, maybe there's a few, maybe this guy, but if someone a husband sacrificially throws himself in front of a car knowing he's going to die to shove the rest of his family out of the way, well, I don't think anyone is really going to say, he committed suicide. No, they're going to say he sacrificed himself to save the family which he loved. But then when it's Jesus, he committed suicide. No, your godless religion is forcing you to say that, or you'll get killed by that religion, or whatever other reason you have. So no one would rightly say, Jesus committed suicide. They would say he sacrificed himself for the sins of all who would believe. That is not suicide. That is a sacrifice to save untold billions of people if they will repent and believe the gospel and call on his name for salvation. That's the answer. So that makes the case for suicide. It kind of shows your hand, right? And it's shows kind of how you're not a good faith actor. Because you would never say that about your own family. It's my dad didn't commit suicide. He jumped in front of a moving van to push me out of the way to save me, not so he could die. Same thing. Final thoughts, anyone, before I have to run?
Yes. I want to thank you.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you to Steph for trusting me, both on Friday and on the furry Discord thing.
Aww, you're good people, Random. Now accept Jesus and repent.
I'm not going to thank Steph for modding me on Friday because she knew it was the right thing to do.
Wait a minute, then I don't get any credit. Come on.
Oh no, you get credit for trusting your instincts.
All right, I'll take it.
Hey Nate, you had really good arguments today. Good job.
suffix for the furries, or?
No, across the board. You're very sharp
good to
today.
see you. Is it the mentally blue? My tongue is still bright blue.
We close on that topic real quick. CEO, do you know anything about this and what it is? Because I'm puzzled. I am more puzzled by the blue dye brain thing than I am by the furries right now.
Apparently it's in
No, what is blue dye? What is the blue dye?
It's methylene blue. It's like a supplement that's been marketed as something to help with like the mitochondria or something in your brain or body, and like I guess
Oh, really?
improve connectivity between because I guess it's supposed to be like this.
Oh, you're using that?
Yeah, Nate's doping up.
I've heard enough people talk about it that my curiosity was piqued. Usually I ignore all things supplement because I just don't care. But this one, I'm like, you know what? It's not that expensive. Let's see what happens.
You know, Steph, if I see this for a week straight, I'm going to say the supplement worked.
Apparently, it's been all the rage. Like, Chad knew exactly what it was when Nate said it. I've never heard of this, but I guess...
And keep in mind, Chad seems to have the same level of condemnation for this methylene blue that he does for your newfound furry group. So consider that Chad is wrong.
Chad's never wrong. Right,
I understand you have to say that, but if he needs some Christian brother correction, we will send him a bottle of this and some cat ears, and we'll set him right.
Nate, if you suddenly seem a lot more like quick on your feet and even more intelligent than you already are, and you have become some kind of genius,
Or become an
I will
atheist.
take it. No, not an atheist.
I couldn't resist.
Well played, Mike.
Well, my family is in Toronto. They have landed. So, did you feel a chill in the air, or like?
Like, what are you talking about? I'm on Dixon Road across from the Toronto airport, ready to intercept them.
Hey, what's your family doing in Toronto?
I woke up this morning. I woke up 5 o'clock this morning. I saw something trending. Some black guy, I think in Ohio, was in a car. Police stopped him and told him he had come at the car because he had no lights on. He said, "Well, it's daylight and it's not raining." And they're saying, "Doesn't matter. You're supposed to." And he was like, "Call the supervisor." And I broke the window, punched him in the face, dragged him out. You guys see that?
No. Wait.
I'm taking my break walking.
Yeah, I saw that. Let me see if I can find the video on Instagram.
Yeah, maybe you can find it.
I might have shared it with people, but I saw it this morning. Are you talking about the
You
guy
saw this one, Estelle?
He just kind of remained like very calm. The guy was like very calm, and he just had his hands. They told him to put his hands up. He put his hand, like he followed all the directions, and they still snatched him out the car, broke his window.
And he was like something about, my window isn't working. I guess he must have locked the doors, but he was very calm.
This is a different
supervisor. Yeah,
Okay,
they busted the window, reached in there, punched him, grabbed him out, punched him again. I think they slapped him one day.
Wait, this is the same
grabbed
one.
him
All
out.
right, let me find
The
it.
guy in dreads. It's a young guy in dreads.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah,
it.
that one. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
like, what in the spam hill of beans?
That's because they feel protected under this administration.
But the sad thing about it, there was a brother in there too. There was a brother cop. He stood right by and saw that.
Oh, but I had something. All right, I'm gonna look for that video. I don't know. I can't find it. But there was a guy. You know that guy? I think he's on CNN. Hassan. Have you seen that? 20 people versus Hassan. And it's like 20 Trumpers. This is There's some good clips out of there. Oh my God! So that was really good too. Let me see if I can find that. Like, I can't find that at the video. I'm sure it'll pop up. But this stuff is good too. The Hassan. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. If I go on music mode, hold on. I can probably play this.
He should just comply. Just do what they told you.
Yeah, I let me switch to this, and I will look for that. But
No problem.
this is what I have now, and I'm like, I completely forgot about it, and I thought it was good. So let me see. Crap.
Liberal said liberals always capping for criminals. Huh?
Whatever. F out of here.
He's fucking on Friday.
Okay, here it is.
So in regards to your claim, I just want to start by asking this: do you care more about helping Americans or immigrants in this claim?
Sorry, can you hear that?
It's not raining.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Hassan versus
So in regards to
conservative.
your claim, I just want to start by asking this: do you care more about helping Americans or immigrants in this claim?
Immigrants are Americans. I'm an immigrant and an American.
Well, immigrants are not Americans. Americans are the people that were born here.
That's not true. What's the basis of your claim?
Are you talking about people that get naturalized in the process of becoming American?
14th Amendment. Have you read it?
Okay, yes, I have.
Citizenship clause. It
so
says
I'm-
any persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens of the United States.
I'm aware of that.
There's about 40 to 50 million naturalized.
That sounds like Medi.
But
You didn't seem aware of it because you said Americans versus immigrants.
but are you understanding that the process of getting all these immigrants that come in here we've been also the millions of immigrants, it's up to the millions, it's the last 20 years now, and it has dramatically affected Americans here in the country, which
Positively, I would argue.
people like me and everyone around here, we cannot find homes or even get jobs within our own fields that we go to college for, that we get into debt for. And because more blue-collar work, especially in construction, agriculture, and so forth, and the hospitality industry, we cannot get jobs in those fields, so it
Are you
requires
looking for a
us.
job in
I
construction?
am not, no. I went to
Just
college.
Okay.
Many people here are in college or went to college, but we can't even find jobs in our fields, also because of the H-1B visa program as well. But in regards to just your claim about immigrants specifically, we cannot even get jobs to pay for housing.
Unemployment is at a record low right now, even under Donald Trump. And I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but I would say unemployment under both Biden and Trump has been at record low levels.
Okay, is this in regards for American citizens?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm unaware of that statistic, but from what I see, from what I can
I'm an
see
immigrant and an American, and I employ many American citizens,
and
both naturalized and the ones born here. I employ
my parents came
Americans as defined by you.
my parents came as immigrants to become naturalized, so I'm not necessarily opposed to immigrants.
So you're the child of immigrants.
Correct. I'm a child of immigrants. I was
But
born
you don't accept that immigrants are Americans.
not at this moment.
So your parents are not Americans.
Not at this moment.
Hold
No,
on, your parents
they're
are American.
citizens. They became naturalized.
You just said you can't be citizens by being naturalized.
No, I was born here, and I'm not
Yeah, you're
opposed to
born here, right?
naturalization. I never
But
said
your
I'm
parents-
against naturalization.
Are you against naturalization?
No, I never said I was against
You did, but
naturalization.
yeah, and everyone was here. They can play it back on YouTube. You said Americans or immigrants. Are your parents Americans or immigrants?
No, my parents are United States citizens.
But they're immigrants, you said.
No, they came here as immigrants. However, but
So
I
they
want
are
to make the
immigrants.
claim
You
that
said,
we can't
I came here as an immigrant. I'm an
But at
immigrant.
this point, when they came, the United
The way this is going for you.
the United States economy was not at
It's better now. The American economy is better than it's been.
So in regards to your claim, I just want to start by asking this: do you care more about helping Americans or immigrants in this claim?
Immigrants are Americans. I'm an immigrant and an American.
Well, immigrants are not Americans. Americans are the people that were born here.
That's not true. What's the basis of your claim?
Are you talking about people that get naturalized in the process of becoming American?
14th Amendment. Have you read it?
Okay, yes, I have.
Citizenship clause. It
so
says
I'm-
any persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens of the United States.
Sir.
Oh, wow.
Medi ate her up. He chewed. Don't ever.
You know, have y'all seen this young kid? I think he's like
know who you're talking about.
He's
blonde,
started off,
blondish.
yes, he started off in high
Yes.
school doing these little debates with people, and they've been moving him around. He's in college now, and it's like
Very smart.
eats the shit out of these motherfuckers.
I know. He makes them look so stupid.
I was like, damn, like he be schooling me. Like I'd be like, damn.
I was watching him on TikTok during the election cycle. He's very good. Very good.
He needs to get into politics.
Yeah.
He's very-
See, it's you know who's also good too? Remember the guy who went viral at the Kamala she had a rally in Atlanta and he was like doing Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us.
Yes, yes.
He's also good too. Yeah, they do TikTok together.
Doesn't he work with her or something like that?
I think he's Young Democrats in Georgia or something. He's with the Young Democrats.
He's part of the Young Democrats, yes.
Yeah. But you guys remember Maddie got fired from, they won't admit it, but from MSC because he challenged their Israeli spokesperson about what they were doing, the lying and genocide in Gaza. And then like the next couple of days he was taken off and then told him that he stepped down. They basically fired him for that. But Maddie is awesome. Don't debate him. He's a very good debater. if he has the facts.
Yeah. Wait, do you have the whole clip for that, Sin?
I don't.
It's probably on his channel, Ceteo,
It's
CETEO.
probably on YouTube because this is Jubilee.
Yeah.
I played
He has
a couple of clips from the Candace Owen one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's just on Jubilee YouTube.
He has
You
his
know
own
who
platform.
started all this shit with these me debating 20? It was a high school teacher. This white liberal high school teacher. He started doing that. Like he would debate Republicans, young Republicans, right? And
Theteo.com, Z as in zebra, ETEO, is probably on his platform, Theteo.com.
So it's definitely on YouTube Jubilee. Like if you go to YouTube and you put Jubilee, because this is Jubilee. Yeah, as soon as I put Jubilee in YouTube, it comes out. So it's an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. But Medi has his own platform, though, Theteo.com. That's another point. They keep firing these legacy media folks when they don't comply or come forth. And then they go and start their own podcast, YouTube, their own platform. And over time, they're matching, they're unfettered. They can say whatever they want to say, have whatever guests they want to say. And over time, they're doing really well. Medi has his own platform, Theteo.com. You see Joy start her own podcast. I think she's starting to do decent numbers. Don Lemon has Lemonation. Over time, he's starting to do decent numbers. So legacy media can, be both sides or, lean one side or whatever. Don't give the facts or what have you, or try to obfuscate. And they're a dying breed.
Yeah. I found it, Sin. I think I want to play it. It's an hour and a half. Hour and 49 minutes. Y'all want to hear it? I'm not going to play the whole thing all at once. Maybe like in 10 minutes, so that'll give us 14, 15 clips to play. Or at least through each person that he debates. Hopefully y'all don't get bored. If y'all get bored in the audience, somebody come up here and tell us, like, chill out. This is just too much. Because, like, what I enjoy doesn't mean y'all enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Spirit. Scotty. Ghetto ass Scotty.
Scotty Plus.
He's no longer a plus. He's moved down.
That's right. I have one clip queued up. I can play it.
Oh.
He's in the hood now.
Scotty News.
Do you want me to do that? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay. Let me see if this plays. Okay, let me know.
Okay, play it.
All right. One second. Did that work? 1 second.
If you're playing it, Spirit, it's not playing. You're gonna have to go. You put it in music mode, right?
Let me see.
So those 3 dots.
Yeah. Right.
And you got it in music mode, and you're playing it from the phone. Or
Yeah.
From...
1 second. Let me try this again. So I'm unmuted. Let's try this. Wait, did you hear any of that? No?
No.
Let me try again. Pardon me. Okay, let's see if this works. Wait, do I have to have my earpods out or something? Or no?
Yes, you gotta have your earpods out, I think.
Okay, let me do that. Okay, now let me know if this works.
I hear something.
Saying that I was running, I wouldn't want to hurt you or anything like that, but quite frankly,
I don't debate fascists.
okay. So do you concede then? I mean, why?
Do I concede you're a fascist? You won't condemn the Nazis?
Yeah.
Yes, I concede that.
Okay, great.
So I mean, what are we doing here? Because I mean, you just seem offended.
You're doing it.
You just seem offended, to be quite frankly. Like,
I'm offended by people who can't condemn the Nazis. Yes, I am.
okay, well, I condemn the evils that they did, but I don't really
Against
care
the
about
Jews?
being. Yeah, sure. I don't care about being called a Nazi. Is the whole thing.
I never called you a
I
Nazi.
care
You
about
called
doing
yourself
the right
a Nazi,
thing.
a fascist, and a General Franco.
Well, yeah, I am a General Franco supporter. He was awesome. He was so super cool, quite frankly. Because the whole
And you
thing.
don't believe in democracy.
I don't believe in
What are you
democracy.
doing here at a televised debate? This is democracy. Don't put a debate in
Because
disagreement.
it is the means to support an end. The reason we have free speech now is because we want to be openly talking about our opinions so we can get the state that we want. But it doesn't mean upholding free speech after we win. Again, I've mentioned
The only good thing about this fascist moment they're in
whole reason
is that you guys are so open about it.
the whole reason I mentioned
quiet part.
the whole reason I mentioned Carl Schmitt earlier, you kind of blew past him, is the friend-enemy distinction. Even liberals, when they take power, they want to enact policies and they want to enact protections for their people and their ideas, and they're willing to punish their enemy. And so I'm the same way. I'm like, hey, if you're going to punish me, I'm going to get in power, and I'm going to frankly punish you when you try to leverage power against me. Just that simple.
Not sure what I want to say.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right. Pause. You can vote it out by.
Did you hear?
Totally did.
Yeah. The guy's crazy.
He's crazy.
Makes no sense. Who was that? Was that sound like Nick Fuentes? Who was that?
That was Nick Fuentes.
Nick
Yeah,
Fuentes.
he's a
Yeah, that
fucking
sounded like.
idiot. He's a fucking straight out racist. I can't stand him.
That's their hero. A lot of these MAGA, that's their hero.
Like, anytime, I can't stand that motherfucker. Like,
The only thing I like about Nick Fuentes was last week he went to watch on Trump. He called him fat, stupid. He's done with him. Burn your MAGA hat. That's the only thing that I agree with Nick Fuentes. The only thing.
yeah, he's acting like a bitch, though. He's doing it because he's not getting his way. He's still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'll never
He's still
support
a Nazi lover. He's so racist. And you know the weird thing about it, I think his grandparents is Mexican. So yeah, he's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think he got mad because he did a podcast with Candace Owens. Can't stand her. I haven't listened to it, but I think he came out bad on the end of that spectrum. And then he called her a bitch and DEI hire. Yeah, when he doesn't get his way, he starts to call people names.
Yeah, he's a little bitch. But let me go ahead and play this real quick. I'll try to do it maybe for each debate.
Yeah, it might be stopping
It's over 10
each.
minutes.
Yeah, I'll stop in each.
Yeah. It's over 10 minutes for each debate, then
Got my steps in.
I'll stop it.
Yeah, I did.
I know our ADD or ADHD in this room is wavering. So, all right. Let me see if I'm in music mode first.
1500 stimulus. You don't look very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you talking about?
You were a little bit more than a far-right Republican. What can I say? I think you say I'm a fascist. Yeah, I am.
So this part is a
I am an
preview
immigrant.
of
I'm speaking from past experience.
the hell out.
I don't even like. I should get the hell out. Yes. Why? I'm watching you. I'm Mehdi Hassan. I'm a journalist and the editor of Zeteo. And today I'm surrounded by 20 far-right conservatives. My first claim is Donald Trump is pro-crime and pro-criminal. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mehdi.
I would just like to ask, what makes someone pro-crime versus, anti-crime?
I think when you're soft on criminals, when you let criminals out of prison, when you pardon people who've assaulted police officers, you're pro-criminal. Donald Trump pardoned almost 1,600 people who were involved in January the 6th. I think 600 of them had been charged with assaulting a police officer or obstructing a police officer. 170 had pled guilty to assaulting a police officer. 70 had pled guilty to assault with a deadly weapon. J.D. Vance said, we're not going to pardon the violent criminals from January 6th. Donald Trump pardoned all of them. Are you okay with that?
I would say January 6th is a very special case. I would say it's almost a climax point in history. Phrase the question this way: right now in the LA protests,
I'm so sorry. I actually overheard your conversation.
Sorry, y'all.
Are you saying?
Commercial.
Yes.
just for example, they were to rush the capital of LA. I mean, they'd have to move over all the homeless people living in tents on the steps of the Capitol. But if they were managed to get into the Capitol and they were just protesting, peacefully, let's say police were rushing them in, they were letting them in and saying, hey, you guys can go in, like we have many testimonies that say.
And the violent ones, sir.
Okay, violent ones like
a man named David Dempsey, a judge, a Reagan-appointed judge, sentenced to 20 years in prison. He stomped on police officers' heads. The judge said his conduct was exceptionally egregious. He attacked police officers with flagpoles and pepper spray. Donald Trump pardoned him. There's a man named Daniel Rodriguez. He got 12 years in prison for taking a stun gun and tasing a police officer in the neck and giving him a heart attack. And the judge said he was a one-man army of hate. Donald Trump pardoned him. Does that not make Trump pro-criminal? Violent criminals out of prison.
I would say no, it doesn't make him pro-criminal. I did not say that. I said that one pardon against somebody
was 1,600 pardons. 600 of those were people charged.
One example that you just gave me.
I can give you more. Just keep going.
Fine. I'll say the exact same thing every single time.
Your argument will fall apart. Okay. It's not just one example. If I keep going.
Go for it then.
Okay, Shane Jenkins got 7 years in prison for 9 criminal offenses, attacking police with a deadly weapon.
Right. How do pardons that probably shouldn't have happened turn into pro-crime?
So you've agreed that they shouldn't have been pardoned?
Sure, but that wasn't your claim. Was January 6th? Your claim was Trump is pro-crime.
Yeah, because he pardons criminals.
Okay, I would say that's a fault.
Let's talk about non-January 6 people.
Okay.
He pardoned people like Paul Wolchak recently, who took millions of dollars from his own employees, was sentenced to tax crimes, had to pay back $4 million. Trump pardoned him. He bought himself a $2 million yacht. Why is he pardoning criminals like that?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you should. I don't think really presidential pardon should be a thing at all. But I agree. I don't think that.
All right, pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Thanks. How's it going? Hey, how's it going, Mehdi? What is it? Mehdi. You're from northern UK, I guess? I'm from London, North London. Okay, fair enough. What's your ethnic background, if you don't mind asking? My parents are from India. Okay, perfect. Just getting premise here. First of all, I want to say premise of Donald Trump being pro-crime. No. I want to concern myself with why you care about what's happening in the U.S., first and foremost. Secondly, I want to say this. With the U.S., people who live in the U.S. don't care. Let's not interrupt each other. I have this thing, like people know, I have this thing. I have to stay calm, okay? So, here's the thing. I am happy that he released J6. In fact, so much so that I was prepared to protest if he didn't. Okay. So when you say, are you okay that he's pro-crime? Sure, because you know what? We're changing the definition of what crime is. First and foremost, I think stomping on police officers' heads is a crime. I don't think it's no longer a relevant conversation anymore. You're right. No, it's not, because you know what? Okay, have you seen the U.S. in the last 4 or 5 years? Yes, I've BLM protests. Have you seen? Okay, I myself have been involved in these protests. I've seen egregious things that you couldn't even imagine. So to conservatives, it's not about that. It's about tribal warfare. That's where we're at in the U.S. I don't know where you're at in the UK. You're from India, so I don't know. I'm not from India. Oh, sorry, your parents are from India, so you have your own states. I'm an American, you know. You're an American citizen? Okay, fair enough. I don't know how you got that, but fair enough. Here's the thing. Are you an American citizen? Absolutely. Okay. But here's the thing. Sure how you got that? Okay. Born here. Okay. Born here in my family lineage is settlers from the 1500s, so I have some stake in the claim here, okay? But you're a little different. You're a descendant of immigrants. I didn't know. Colonialists. Yeah, colonialists. You're very Native American to me. I am Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Whites are Native Americans. I think you're getting confused with it. I don't mind going on a tangent. I think you're getting. What was happening before the 1500s? There was indigenous people here that came here from Asia. Indigenous means? Listen, before indigenous people come from somewhere else. Why do you ask a question if you're going to interrupt? I'm not sure if you know what the meaning of indigenous means. I do know what it means. It means they came here first, right? They came here from Asia by way of land bridge. Have an argument with Neil deGrasse Tyson or anybody else about that. I don't care. Is he an American? I genuinely don't care. Yes, he is. Okay. So my point is, okay, nothing to do with crime. So far, you've agreed with me that these people are derailing, dude. I'm trying to stay on track. Ask me where I'm from. I think you do. You're offended by that, but because I'm offended, I'm just wondering what it has to do with crime. He's curious. We're going to talk about immigration. Don't worry, later on you can come back. I hope right now you're doing a very bad job of making the case that he's not pro-crime. Just got a round of applause. I could probably get another one actually if I asked for it. Wow. So I don't think I'm just. You case right now. This is great. I love it. Do I have to say anything at this point, or you need to keep going? Please. Well, my claim is that I don't care if it's pro-crime. You want to go back to this conversation? We agree there. So it's pro-crime. I have a question for you, though. Do you care on the opposite side of the spectrum? Yes. Do you care about law being administered to the opposite side of the spectrum? I think anyone who assaults a police officer shouldn't be pardoned. I think that Donald Trump shouldn't have pardoned 9 Republican members of Congress who were convicted of crimes, and I don't think Joe Biden should commit. I don't think Democrats should pardon Democrats. Fair, but I don't think you understand where we are on the U.S. side. I think I do know, because you're arguing for the position of like a U.S. that doesn't exist anymore. We're headed towards some nihilism. No laws, nothing matters. It's not about nihilism. It's not about that. It's that conservatives for too long have been playing it safe. They've been playing by the law. They've been playing it by the law. Yes, they have. Maybe you missed the Bush presidency. Did you live here during the Bush? Conservatives are playing by the law. George W. Bush and Ronald Reagan. Let's be respectful, dude. Let me finish. I'm not sure you've been that respectful, but okay. I'm trying to bring it back, so let's both bring it back, okay? I'm conservative, okay? Really? Let me tell you this. We do play it too safe. We've been playing it by the book for too long. At this point, gloves are off, right? The left has made their point. They're willing to do... police force in Washington, the left. Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to... What? Are you kidding me? The left? Are you police officers? Look at LA right here. You think those stand down, the LAPD are a bunch of liberal Marxists? No, but I think they listen to liberal Marxists who tell them what to do. I think they listen to who signs their paychecks as a organization. There's lots of little divergence. We both agree Donald Trump's pro-crime. You're just fine with it. No, that's what you said so far. I don't agree with your definition. What's your definition of crime? It doesn't. Stomping on a police officer's head is not a crime. That's your definition of crime. That's the Native American. I am Native American, if you say so. So, going back to the topic at hand, we have different definitions of crime because you're talking about it. There's a criminal code in this country. It's called the U.S. Criminal Code. You know what? Let's focus on what we agree on. I'm sure you and I actually agree on. Do we agree that people shouldn't stomp on police officers' heads? Can we agree on that? I don't agree on that, and I really think this conversation is kind of... No, because first of all, you're saying what? That the police have the authority, that they're given the authority? I don't accept the authority that's been given by our position. I'm a conservative pro-police. And you don't redefine real... Hey, listen, you're redefining crime or not right now. I'm telling you right now, you are going to be blown. I mean, if you think we're going to struggle with the English language for the next couple of hours, then what you're up against right now, okay? Yeah. Newsflash, the conservatives are liberal to me, okay? Neocons, libertarians, all those mainstream people, they might as well be leftists to me, okay? That's how far to the right I am. Do you understand my position? So when you say, about obeying police, why would I give the authority to police? Do you know you're in America? Do you know you're in America? 9 members of Congress. Do you know committed financial crime? Do you pro-financial crime? Do you pro-financial crime?
All right, pause. Pause.
I think the people who clapped you have voted you out.
All right, head back to your seat. You've been voted out by...
Okay. Anybody got any comments?
Man. First off, good morning, lovely mods.
Come up here, Quinn. Get your ass up here.
My brother Quinn, like we are kindred spirits. Y'all know I'm on mute a lot of times. This last dude, Mehdi, the amount of restraint he showed is Olympic level in the presence of sheer bigotry, ignorance, racism. This asshat has the audacity to say that he is a Native American. I'm sorry.
That's what some of these white folks think, that they're native to this land.
You haven't seen the worst of it, Jack.
Oh, brother.
There is worse to come. It gets progressively worse.
You watched this, Quinn.
I watched this.
You said you watched it.
I'm telling you, like but here's the thing. It's exactly what you think it is. Nobody should really be surprised by it. It's just actually seeing it live and in person. I mean, actually being able to watch people. And when you watch it, it actually makes sense. Like these are people you probably pass on the street. You probably see in the grocery store. These people. I'm telling you, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just saying it gets progressively worse. It is the most astonishing shit you've ever seen in your life. Now, probably you haven't even played the worst one yet.
Send your friend J3 in here, the one that you said, I'm so glad he found her. I think it's J, is it J3? J3. The one from London.
I wanted to make sure not to say JB because, JB is mess. His name is really close to JB, but J3, yeah, thank you for being here. And we can look at each other for, what's to come, right? Because if Democrats get in office again, we're going to be in that same boat that the Labor Party is in right now, which is trying to play cleanup of the Conservative Party's mess. So that's why I was saying, we need to learn from each other and listen to each other as much as possible, because the same way I'm sure you were shocked that Trump won, we were shocked that y'all voted for Brexit. I know maybe not you specifically, but the country voted for Brexit, right? Because we knew that it was going to be disastrous. And I don't know who was behind it, because the whole business community, at least that I was a part of in the tax world, we were like, there's no way this is terrible. And this will equate to trillions of dollars coming out of the UK economy. Anyways, I just wanted to say that. But I don't know when this clip came out, but this stuff just started popping on my timeline, Quinn. So I didn't even know that this gem of an interview was out there.
Yeah, this is.
No, it's not an interview. What happens is, I'm sorry, Patty, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's not an interview. So it's a show. It's a show that they do. What's actually the last one, the first one was done was with Candace Owens.
Yeah, we played that in here, but I didn't know that another one dropped.
Yeah. So Mendy did his, I think it was yesterday.
So maybe we can do this on our Mondays. We can play these on our Mondays.
I don't know if they do them every week, though.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
It's I don't know to this degree, but I watched this one because Joy posted it and I saw what Joy had posted, so it took me there and watched it. I watched the whole thing early this morning. It's I'm telling you, it's the craziest. I'm gonna say that you just it's crazy.
Yo, the second guy just makes me think this is a bunch of racists.
Oh, wait until you hear. Listen, just keep on playing it.
I just found it, brother. I don't know, Patty, if you guys plan on doing the whole thing. I
We're gonna do the whole thing. We're just trying to go through. We said we would go through each person, but I think maybe two, because two got us to 9 minutes. We'll just see how it goes. But I'm gonna try to keep it so that we don't cut off the entire debate. All right. I'm about to play it again.
Majority?
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Hey, so I'm going to be as respectful about this as possible, but the truth is your claim is completely bad faith. You do not care about being anti-crime. You yourself are pro-crime. Your side is pro-crime because you're a progressive.
How am I pro-crime?
So I'll give you an example, right? So your side, not Donald Trump, has passed a series of laws in California. Let's go to California. It's where we are right now. It's where I'm from. I don't know. Are you from California? Okay. So in California, for example, the state legislature, completely progressive, just passed a law that limits sex offender registration to 10 years. It was life before. That's pro-crime. The legislature in California. Which is progressives again, has passed a law that says the voter-induced three-strike law is no longer absolute. If someone murders someone, stabs someone on 3 separate occasions, a judge now does not have to give them life. That's a progressive law. That is not. That is pro-crime. You support that, don't you?
I actually don't support sex offenders coming off the list. I think they should be on the line.
Okay, so you disagree with progressives.
Hold on. You and I both agree that sex offending is a bad thing, especially child sex offending, right?
It seems like you and I agree on that.
I agree on that.
Legislature of California does.
So I'm not here to debate the legislature of California. I'm here to debate Donald Trump being pro-crime. I'm saying that Donald Trump was friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. When Ghislaine Maxwell, who's the worst child sex trafficker of our lifetime, she's serving in 20 years. Do you know Ghislaine Maxwell?
She's actually not. Jeffrey Epstein's the worst sex
He's dead. I'm talking about people alive right now.
It's interesting that you didn't use his name, right? When he was the one who did this.
Oh, great. I'm glad you brought up Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, before he died, did an interview with Michael Wolff. He's on tape. I don't know if you heard the tape. He says my closest friend was Donald Trump. Yeah, I was his closest friend. Elon Musk, I'm not sure if you've heard of him, he tweeted recently that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files. And Ghislaine Maxwell, who was the right-hand woman of Jeffrey Epstein, when she was on trial for child sex offending, which you and I are opposed to, Donald Trump stood up and said, good luck to her, I wish her well. So yeah, that makes him pro-crime and pro-criminal if he's being soft on child sex trafficking. Like Epstein. He's clearly he was friends with Epstein. You haven't seen the videos? They danced together, partied together.
He's not supported the pedophilia part. The only people supporting pedophilia are
Trump gave a speech about 20 years ago where he said Epstein's a great guy, he loves young women, a lot of them are very young, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, laugh, laugh. So yeah, I think he's pro-crime and pro-criminal.
Do you have any friends who are criminals?
Not that I know of. Certainly not child sex offenders, no, do you?
No, of course not.
Okay, so we're both in agreement again.
If it came out tomorrow that one of your friends is a child sex trafficker, you'd stop being friends with him.
Yes. And I wouldn't say,
and then I'd go on TV and I would say, oh, look, Mr. Hassan was friends with this guy 10 years ago, therefore he's pro-child sex trafficking.
Said, I wish them well when they're on trial. Wouldn't you ever go at me for that?
Wish your friends well on trial?
Yeah, child sex trafficking.
I wouldn't wish someone well, but that's your gotcha. That's your gotcha.
It's a pretty big gotcha.
You wish a friend a well.
Gotcha.
Okay, what you're really trying to do right now is you're trying to get back to Donald Trump.
Says his name.
What's his policy?
Policies. Yes. So when he left office in 2020, he left behind the highest murder rate for over 100 years.
He left behind the highest murder rate. That is the most bad faith claim you can possibly make.
It's a fact. From the CDC.
You know what? Here's why it's bad faith. I'm going to
finish the sentence, and then you can come back in.
You're just lying to people. Donald Trump.
I'm lying? Can I finish the sentence?
Donald Trump does not cause the murder rate. Murder is a state law.
That's hilarious.
Gavin Newsom is more responsible for the murder rate than Donald Trump is.
That's hilarious. So Donald Trump's not responsible for murder rate, but other politicians who are Democrats.
Yes, because it's a state law. That's like saying, no, I'll say Republicans are too. State governors who are soft on crime are the ones that are responsible.
Let me finish the sentence. When Donald Trump left office in 2020, between 2019 and 2020, according to data from the CDC, from the FBI, from Pew Research, the 30% increase in the murder rate between 2019 and 2020 was the single biggest jump in the murder rate since 1905.
Who's doing the murdering? Who's doing the murdering?
The murderers.
So aren't they responsible for
why
the
did it go
murder
up
rate?
on his watch?
What?
Why did it go up on his watch?
That's a real hard one to figure out, right? We shut down the whole economy during COVID. We told everyone they couldn't go out unless it was to violently protest. We told people that if a cop tries to arrest you, that cop's probably going to get charged with murder.
I think the pandemic had a lot to do with it. Right, the pandemic didn't finish in 2020.
What?
The pandemic didn't finish in 2020.
That's why the murder rate went up.
You guys blamed Joe Biden for crime for years.
But Joe Biden actively induces policies that are pro-crime. I'm asking you for Donald Trump. Name the policy that is pro-crime. I've asked you for like 10 minutes.
I'll name it right now. No, you haven't actually. You talked about California legislatures. He pardoned violent criminals that went on to commit other crimes. You don't think releasing violent crimes into crimes?
What's his policy he has pushed? Name a law he has signed.
Pardon is a one-time thing. A policy is not one-time thing.
That's like Jimmy Carter pardoned the draft.
Guys, let's want to dodge January 6th, the pardon.
I'm not judging that. Jimmy Carter. Do you agree with Jimmy Carter pardoned draft dodgers? Does that mean it's policy?
I don't support Jimmy Carter. Do you support the pardoning of people who went on to be prosecuted for sexually abusing a 7-year-old child, illegal gun possession, reckless homicide?
There's part he didn't pardon someone for sexually abusing a child. They pardoned someone for rebelling against the government that they believed rigged elections. That's what he pardoned them for. He didn't pardon them for sexual child abuse.
But they were criminals who committed those crimes. He let them out. So that means the crime rate goes up.
You say they're criminals because they did the crime, right? Yeah. Would you extend that to illegal immigrants, that they're all criminals because they committed a crime? I have a feeling your position is
Supreme Court, we're going to talk about immigration.
Someone who's illegally entered the United States, not a criminal, but somebody who illegally entered the Capitol is.
Not according to the Supreme Court of the United States.
The Supreme Court has said that anyone who enters the United States is illegally is not a criminal. What's the case site? Can I get the case site? Can I get the case site?
Jump to 20. You want to get the case?
The case site, please. You said the Supreme Court.
The citation of the case.
Yes, that entering the United States illegally is not a crime.
It's called Arizona versus United States 2012. Go look it up.
Pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seats.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, sir?
Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I really just more want to get an understanding. When you say pro-criminal, what do you mean?
I mean that when confronted with people who've committed criminal acts, Donald Trump has been either soft on them, friendly with them, pardoned them, and of course, let's not forget, I mean, we've got 5 minutes left, I'm surprised it hasn't come up earlier, he's a convicted criminal himself, sitting in...
Okay, I want to make sure I understand you correctly. Yes, I'm strong in you. You're saying...
I appreciate that.
Every time that he's been confronted...
No, every time.
Most times.
Every time.
Most times.
A lot of the time.
A lot of times.
Yes.
He's leaned towards criminal activity.
I didn't say criminal activity. He has committed crimes. He's been indicted for 88 different criminal offenses in 4 different jurisdictions by 5 different grand juries. He was convicted himself on 34 different criminal offenses by majority of his peers. But let's park that for a moment. Separate to his own crimes, when confronted with the crimes of others, or the alleged crimes of others, for example, a Chinese crypto billionaire, Justin Sun, who was being investigated for market manipulation, Trump dropped the case, invited him to the golf course, invited him to the White House, and the guy went $70 million in Trump.
Okay, so what I want to ask you is, so is it possible, because remember the burden of proof's on you, or you have to prove, is it possible that all these things that he's done that supposedly make him pro-crime, is there's another reason for the doing it? If there's other justification. For example, let me give an example, and then you can go your way. The J6. Is it possible that he could have done this to unite the country, move past, to go to a new chapter? If it's even possible, I think you would have to admit that there's another possibility. Therefore, he's not pro-crime. At least some possibility.
So let me agree and disagree.
Yeah, okay.
So I agree with you that the intent could be different. I don't think Donald Trump was sitting there saying, how can I increase the level of murders? Let me release some murderers.
Right.
I'm not saying he did that January 6th. I don't think he was trying to unite the country. That's where we disagree. That's bullshit. In fact, he divided the country further. But intent doesn't really matter to my claim. If he's releasing violent criminals, it doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
No, he's pro-crime and pro-criminal.
No, but that's a big indictment to say pro-crime. That means he's for crime.
I'm confronted. Well, he is, because, for example,
No. It could be possible. Sorry, forgive me.
Your friend earlier, your ally, said, where has he done stuff that's increased the crime? I'm telling you, people have been pardoned who have been convicted on multiple other crimes. These people who he pardoned had previous criminal records. They were not just some folks chilling around go, we're against the takeover of our country, we're opposed to rebellion. They were, a lot of these people were already hardened criminals, militia members. He looked at those people and said, you know what? They've been convicted, in many cases, by Republican judges, but I'm going to let them out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Your question, is it possible?
And if Joe Biden had done it, you'd be attacking him.
Sure. Is it possible that their conviction was part of a plea? It's like, oh shit, I can't get out of this, so I got to take a plea now.
Some of them, maybe. Others we saw with our own lying eyes on tape.
Okay, so I want to mention,
did you watch live on January 6th? What happened?
To be completely honest, I'm pretty novice on this. I'm more trying to target. You're saying he's pro-crime. In my head, I'm just thinking this line. Let me finish. If I can finish 1 second. If you think of this line, there's a possibility that he might have had other reasons. For example, unifying the country. Next chapter, right? That could be the reason. Therefore, it's not pro-crime. There was other reasons. I'm saying that's a possibility. And if that's
I'm saying it's a possibility, but I'm saying it's irrelevant, because if you are knowingly releasing violent criminals out into the community, pardoning, not just releasing, then yes, you are being pro-criminal. I've interviewed police officers.
I don't know about that
I've
case,
interviewed police officers who have been assaulted, beaten, had to retire from the police office, broken bones. I'll finish very quickly. I've interviewed these police officers. They've been beaten by people who they've then seen walk off the streets and then carry on threatening them. Yes, when Donald Trump is responsible for that, you're definitely pro-crime.
Okay, I doubt.
All right, pause.
You doubt police officers?
Any comments?
I mean, how do you comment on lunacy? Like, it's lunacy. It's just amazing to listen to.
Some of these people are allowed around electrical outlets, and
which is scary.
I think they're college students. I don't know what's going on.
You know, and the thing of it is, they are only the same as the worst of the morons, I guess, that come in here.
Yeah.
At least they can form a sentence. However, the net result is that it's the same absolute drivel and nonsense that the people who come in here to defend MAGA say.
Well, you know, the second guy, I swear, he's a character from Healthy Debates. The one that said he's indigenous.
Stop. I'm Native American. Like, word.
I love my Healthy Debate family. But
And I guarantee you that the people that come in here, they are studying this. Well, studying too intense a word for them. They don't study. They don't want to learn anything. But I would imagine that they will pick up some key phrases from these debates, and they will start using them in here. You watch.
Oh, there's no
We're
question
listening
about
to
that.
this.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of these people actually come on this app, Scotty.
Oh, it would be as straight up.
yeah, they sound like on this app. They sound like the ones that are articulate. They come up with some bullshit, and these fucking MAGAs be like, preach. You know what he's talking about. No, motherfucker. He learned a couple words. That's it.
Well, because they're all of a hive mind. So, I mean, they all say the same things because they get all of their garbage from the same can.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Just with MAGA. They need to be deprogrammed before you can argue with them.
Baroque, I let you up, babe. You raised your hand. Where's my Maddie? Matt had his hand raised. Oh, he's gone now.
On that, if I can say something really quick, just that. Good morning, political correct and moderators and stage. I just wanted to add to that something I don't hear in these conversations often is that with Donald Trump's first term and this term, I read something several times. We can't find the article where he's literally brought the most criminals and felons into his actual cabinet. If you guys do a deep dive, I think it's the most in presidential history of literally bringing felons in to serve in government capacities. From his campaign manager to one of his generals, his whole cabinet is full of felons or ex-criminals, and nobody ever brings that point up.
Yeah, General Flynn. The other generals that he had, though, amazing. But Flynn was a retired general. They're already, like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. His brother, Charles, is just as bad. He's just as fucking bad. And I'm not talking about, like, criminal activity. I think something's going on in their brain. So, like, if y'all remember, General Flynn's son used to do all these crazy-ass conspiracy theories on Twitter, when it was Twitter. And then you have Charles Flynn, who is still active duty. He's still active duty to this day. Like, if you've ever listened to him give speeches, like, I know this guy, right? Because he was in Indo-PACOM. He was in USAPAC in Hawaii. This dude had, I think it was a warrant officer celebration or something like that they had, and they had him as a guest speaker. So, he was speaking, and it was like the weirdest shit ever. We was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you have senior leaders like, why is he talking about conspiracy theories? Like, and this is a 4-star. I don't know why Biden didn't fucking, like, it's kind of hard to fire an officer, right? You can give them, you can't really fire an officer. That's why a lot of them, they lose their position and they might end up working paperwork or whatever. They pretty much have to get kicked out. And the only way you're going to get kicked out if you do something that's against the law or against the UCMJ. But this motherfucker, dude, that whole family is screwed. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe these type of people exist in the world. Especially at the 4-star level. So this is a bunch of white people, I believe, that have a gripe with change that had got him promoted. Because this dude, you can tell, they're on some other shit.
Hey, Patty.
That's amazing. Huh?
Have you guys seen the AI-generated video that Trump posted with him in the Oval Office of Obama? And then 3 FBI agents come in and push Obama to the ground and cuff him up and take him out of there. Posted on his timeline.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it, but we're going to save that for Lisa. Lisa's going to have her room at 3. And I don't want to start talking about it and we get so in depth when Lisa really wants to have a room on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
So I just brought it up this morning so that y'all have a preview of what's to happen. Like, what's going to happen. Like, but yeah.
At that, I think it's like 20 plus, but the 11 that are either felony or have criminal conviction while they're working with Trump: Steve Bannon, Tom Barrack, Elliot Broidy, Michael Cohen, Michael Flynn, Rick Gates, Paul Manafort, George Nader, George Papadopoulos, Roger Stone, Alan Eiselberg, and there's like at least a dozen other names or whatever in this.
Jeff Sessions, who is co-conspirator number 1, the Mueller report. This shit is fucking crazy. Jeff Sessions, fucking Barr. The reason why fucking Lev got arrested was it was campaign finance violations, something like that. He went to prison for fucking campaign finance violations. The reality is he got locked up because he was on his way to Russia to do some fucking bidding for Trump and Jeff And if he would have got where he was supposed to go, it would have been a criminal act, a serious criminal act that the president committed. And Barr, trying to protect Trump at the time, had him arrested for some other frivolous shit.
Wait, do you mean the same Bill Barr, whose dad was the headmaster at the school, Dalton, that hired Jeffrey Epstein in his first job?
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird because, like, if you listen to Lev's congressional, when he talked to Congress about what happened, if you read the Mueller report, it jives. And then his interview that he gave on Chatter, it's like, this dude has not swayed away from what exactly happened. So you know he's not lying, or he's just been practicing this lie. But the Mueller report actually says co-conspirator one. We know that's Jeff Sessions. This everything put together is like, he's not lying. He's not lying about this shit. But yeah, crazy. So, any other comments on what we just played, or anything else you want to throw out there before I start playing? All right, let's go.
To testify to being assaulted.
You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Thanks.
Some crypto exchanges make you wait forever. High fees and slow trades. Hard pass.
Oh, this is my favorite one right here.
Hey, how's it going? Good. Nice to meet you, Mandy.
So you claimed that, your main claim is that Trump pardoned some people from January 6th. By the way, I was there. I saw it all firsthand. At a football field away, there's smoke in my eyes, got bloodied. It was a crazy day.
Any crimes?
No, of course not, because I didn't enter the building. Stayed very peaceful. But your entire claim is that he pardoned. That's basically you keep bringing it up. All you do is bring it up.
Okay,
let me say this.
You say with his pardoning of Paul Wolchak, who stole money from his employees.
You keep talking
about members of Congress. That's my claim. He keeps pardoning criminals. That makes him.
You know who else pardoned a big criminal?
Go on.
Hunter Biden was pardoned by his father.
I think he
crack cocaine.
He should have done that.
He had hookers there.
Oh, this is not good.
I'm with you all.
But then why don't you claim that Biden? Why don't you claim that
I think Joe Biden in that instant was pro-crime. He should have done it.
Well,
he should have done it.
Overall pro-crime is because he did that.
No, but Joe Biden didn't just. So if it was just done, then you'd be fine. But I already mentioned there's also the fact that Joe Biden wasn't actually convicted criminally in office. Trump has committed crimes. Trump hangs around with criminals. He spent much of the 80s hanging around with the New York mob. He hung around with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, I can keep going. Jeffrey Epstein lived in West Palm Beach, the area, and that's the closest golf course you can go to.
Do you think
he's very rich?
Donald Trump is in the Epstein file?
As soon as Trump found out,
do you think Donald Trump is in the Epstein file?
No, I do not. Let me explain this. Okay. He lived in the area in Mar-a-Lago, near Mar-a-Lago, so he bought, obviously, a ticket to go in there. Yeah. As soon as Trump found out that Epstein had done all those bad things, immediate ban from Mar-a-Lago. Immediate ban from Mar-a-Lago. Yes, it is.
That's not true.
It is 100%.
Some of the girls that were abused from Mar-a-Lago.
So listen to this.
From Mar-a-Lago. That's pretty outrageous, right?
Elon Musk tweeted that out in a fit of rage, okay? Do you really think
the truth comes up when people are angry sometimes?
So Cash Patel literally said that Elon Musk had no access to the Epstein files.
So Cash Patel said that Epstein killed himself. Do you agree with that?
Whatever he says goes then. Yeah, I don't care. He knows more information than I do.
A lot of MAGA people are upset.
He knows more information than I do. But here's the actual claim.
Some people are trying to vote you out because you said you agree with Cash Patel on Epstein.
He knows more information than I do.
Pause. That's time. Please return to your seat.
Good to meet you again.
Surrounded is now a podcast. Available wherever you listen. Search Surrounded, plug in, and stay part of the conversation. Anywhere, anytime.
My next claim is that Donald Trump is defying the Constitution.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Andy, lovely to meet you.
So I would say that with Trump being anti-Constitution, I don't really care, to be quite frank.
Okay.
Because in regards regards to the Constitution is a document that should seek to serve us. And when it fails to seek to serve us, that can be amended. Laws can be changed. And quite frankly, the fact is, we're defending things in this country that shouldn't be defended. The First Amendment should not defend pornography and making children and women be victimized. Making women and children be victimized as a result of that. I think things like blasphemy shouldn't be allowed per the First Amendment. I think that quite frankly, there are a lot of legal processes that are enabling criminals and bad people to fully enact their will in this country in the name of the Constitution or following the Constitution. So quite frankly, if Trump is anti-Constitution, good, and I think he should go further.
So this is wonderfully revealing of the modern conservative mindset. So I appreciate you spelling it out so openly. Just checking, do you support the Second Amendment?
I do.
Okay, surprise! I was shocked to hear that. I'm saying that Donald Trump is defying the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment. He's thinking of defying the 12th and 22nd Amendments. You're saying you don't care about the Constitution, but actually you do because you quite like the Second Amendment. You just don't like the bits that you disagree with. Can I just be clear on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to amend it and make
whenever it's in your favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can Democrats do the same when they're in office?
No, absolutely not.
So you don't believe in democracy?
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
What do you believe in?
Autocracy.
By who?
Honestly, quite frankly, anyone who is in line with Catholic teaching.
Donald Trump is not Catholic.
Of course, he's not. I completely agree.
You support the problem. You don't support Trump.
No, I don't. I didn't even vote for him. I wrote in like John Pork or someone. I can't remember.
Why did you vote if you don't believe in democracy and you want autocracy?
Well, because quite frankly, I voted. I kind of voted just to
case with this argument, but I'm much more interested in this. So
yeah, absolutely.
How do we get to an autocracy?
I think quite frankly that if we are able to enact local leaders,
by the way.
I think quite frankly these far-right conservatives sitting right around me. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, actually, I have quite some of the people. I have quite
the color from
Actually, hold on for a moment. I do think that there are people who happen to not be white who do actually have history in this country and have roots in this country. For instance, from the Mexican-American War, we subsumed a lot of territory of people who have far stakes in this country who happen to be Hispanic or what have you.
Okay.
I am for defending the traditional demographics of this country, which is majority white.
How does the United States... I mean, we've gone so off topic, but how does the United States look like under you? Sorry, what's your name?
My name is, my name's Connor.
It's a pleasure to meet you. It took a little bit of a down there.
I use a pseudonym on.
Fair enough. How would Connor's America look? What would it look like?
Well, quite frankly, I think we would deport people who shouldn't be here.
I didn't ask what you voted. What does the government look like?
What's the government look like? I would say, quite frankly, it's under a sort of benevolent leader such as Franco. It could be a kind of aristocratic class. Could be someone who
picks the autocrat.
Frankly, the people. I mean, we could hold a vote on it.
So isn't that democracy?
Well, sure. You can have a vote to get to that state.
And then no more votes afterwards?
Absolutely.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. And if that autocrat kills you and your family, you're fine with that?
Well, I'm not going to be a part of the group that he kills because that's the whole thing.
How do you know? Autocrats tend to kill everyone.
Carl Schmitt makes this point very well in his work. It's the friend-enemy distinction, right?
Carl Schmitt, the Nazi theoretician.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care.
You found the Nazis.
I frankly don't care being called a Nazi.
I didn't say that. I didn't actually say that. I said, are you a fan of the Nazis?
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
what about the persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
I didn't think I had a problem with procrastination. Not really.
But you don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews?
I think that there was a little bit of persecution. So
because you were a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping, just to get my set of where everyone is on this. Because you know that millions of people are going to be watching you on YouTube and checking out who the fascists and the Nazis are.
I'm not ashamed of that one.
No, clearly you're not.
During the pre-war period, prior to World War II, it was only those parties that properly enacted the people's will. That's why they won. The conservatives were fat cats.
You in favor of killing people who are like you?
Quite frankly, I'm not.
You mentioned Franco earlier. Franco killed a lot of innocent people.
Oh, well, he killed communists. He killed people who raped nuns and killed priests.
What about children who he killed and women who he killed?
What are you talking about? He never killed any women or children. He was Catholic.
He only killed combatants. Is that what you're playing?
He only killed combatants.
Never killed any innocent people.
The white terror was only punishing those people who did acts of terrorism. And again, are you supporting like raping innocent women? Nuns, dude. Killing priests? I brandish guns and kill people.
Just refuse to condemn the Nazi Holocaust, my friend. I don't think you're in a position to ask anyone any questions.
I quite frankly don't care what you think about me. If I'm a Nazi and being a Nazi is neutral, being a Nazi means upholding your dignity, because I even believe in your dignity. I don't, in a saying that I was, I wouldn't want to hurt you or anything like that. But quite frankly,
I don't debate fascists.
okay. So do you concede that? I mean, why
Do I concede you're a fascist who won't condemn the Nazis? Yes, I concede that.
Okay, great. So I mean, what are we doing here? Because I mean, you just seem offended. You just seem offended to me, quite frankly. Like
I'm offended by people who can't condemn the Nazis. Yes, I am.
okay. Well, I condemn the evils that they did, but I don't really care about being. Yeah, sure. I don't care though about being called a Nazi is the whole thing. I care about doing
yourself
the
a
right
Nazi
thing.
and fascist and a General Franco.
Well, yeah, I am a General Franco supporter. He was awesome. He was super cool, quite frankly. Because the whole
And you
thing,
don't believe in democracy.
I don't believe in democracy.
Please look here at a televised debate. This is democracy. Don't put a debate in
Because it is the means to support an end. The reason we have free speech now is because we want to be openly talking about our opinions so we can get the state that we want.